up, guys? First of all, I want to apologize about the noise. My last video I posted, I didn't realize my exhaust was going to interfere so much. So this one is probably going to be the same way because I am driving. It actually just started raining in my area, and it got me thinking. You know, what does everybody do when it rains? You know, I'm gonna go over what we do and why we do it, and feel free to leave any comments in the bottom, you know, and down below, and let me know. You know, do you guys have a similar setup to what I'm about to say, or not? So what we do is, and we had to learn the hard way in Florida. For some reason, not too long ago, it rained for 10 weeks or something like that, every single day, guys. You know, anybody that's from the Jacksonville market will tell you the same thing. I am not over exaggerating. I know there's a few guys out here on YouTube that can speak to what I'm saying. It rained for, and 10 weeks is probably not even enough. It was probably 11 or 12 weeks every single day. So, you know, the setup I had originally in the trailer was my 36-inch right mower with the 48-inch right mower and a Honda walk behind commercial little push mower. It's a walk behind though. I know we call them push mowers for some reason, even though they're walk behinds. And yeah, and that commercial mower weighed 150 pounds, so it wasn't light. Probably a little more than that. So our problem was when the lawns would get saturated. Well, normally what we do on a normal week where it's not raining every day, if it rains, we just push the lawns to the next day, honestly. You know, the guys work Monday through Friday, then that just means they gotta work Saturday. We don't like mowing in the rain, just because the outcome is differently, and some people don't like it, and you just gotta be more careful. It takes more time, and it's gonna eat up your payroll because you're not gonna do it as quick. You know, you gotta be careful where the clippings go because they're wet, so you know you can't blow them off easily off cars or houses and things like that. So you gotta be more particular about the way you mow. The edging, when it rains and the lawn is saturated, the edges is muddy, so we don't blade edge the edges. We string trim edge them. That takes more time. You know, the guys are used to rushing through that with the blade edge, so they gotta take a little more time doing the string trimmer. So with the 10 weeks, what it showed us, what it showed me at least, is that I didn't have a proper setup in there for emergencies, where if it does rain multiple days in the week, where it rains 2 or 3 days and we can't keep pushing them out because there's only so many days in the week, and all the accounts do have to get done, but that doesn't mean you go out there and track mud and make a mess and ruin your accounts and lose accounts, because that's what you're gonna do. People are gonna drop you if you do that. They're not gonna see you as reliable anymore. They're just gonna see you as desperate. That's what I say when I pick up new accounts and the client tells me, yeah, the last guy was out here and just destroyed my lawn. I was like, yeah, well, you know, it seems like they were desperate, you know, to get the money, and that's why they did it. So don't look desperate, guys. That's one thing you don't want to do, because you will lose accounts. But just have the proper setup for the right outcome. So what I did, and I'll show it to you guys. I'm driving now, and I don't have the trailer with me actually, but when I get the trailer, I'll show you guys my setup. Now I haven't showed you guys in a while. I know that my first probably 20 videos uploaded to YouTube was all about my trailer and the setup, but that was about a year ago, and actually, honestly, guys, a lot of that has already changed. It's not even the same anymore. So I'll do a quick walkthrough, just because I don't want to keep putting videos up about my trailer. I think you guys are getting tired of that already. but I'll do a quick one just so you see what I'm talking about. But pretty much what I did was I took out that Honda walk behind commercial mower because there was no need for it. It was just big and pokey and slow, and no one liked using it, and I couldn't even use it on saturated lawns because it was so heavy. It would do the same ruts as one of the stand-on mowers would do, you know, just thinner. So I took that out and I actually replaced it. Now keep in mind, guys, I run a 3-man crew just because we do over 20 lawns a day. If not, I would run a 2-man crew, but for the amount of lawns we do a day, I run a 3-man crew. And that's just because of, you know, strictly for fatigue, so they don't get tired and they can work through the whole week. So I do spend the extra, and also I don't go into overtime this way, because just 2 guys is not going to do all that work in 8 hours, and I wouldn't expect it from them. So with a 3-man crew, what I did was I took out that push mower, the Honda one, and I bought 2 cheapo residential walk behind mowers. They're rear wheel, and they are 140 cc, which is not much, but just enough to skim the top of a lawn.
In 2 miles, take Road 202 and Butler Boulevard.
Yeah, she's not supposed to do that. I don't know why she's talking. So yeah, just enough to skim off the top. You don't need anything else. That these push mowers, these walk behind mowers I bought, each weigh, I think it's 70 pounds, if that. So they're super light, guys, and they're super fast because they're so light. They actually move pretty. They're Toros. They're 2 Toros. I got them for each 300. So I spent $600 in the setup. But it was, mind you, we were probably about 5 or 6 weeks in already of this non-stop rain we were getting before I had to figure something out. You know, it was just too much. The guys were back there trimming all day, and it was just getting too much. You know, they were stuck in mud everywhere, and it became pretty nasty pretty quick. So by the time I figured out, all right, well, if I get these 2 push mowers, I can have one of the guys doing the back with the push mower, the other guy doing the front with the other push mower. So you got 2 mowers going at the same time.
Use the
So while those 2 guys are doing that, then the 3rd guy can be throwing the string trim edge on, because remember, it's going to be wet and saturated, and you don't want to do the blade edge, and then start trimming. So by doing this, what I realized was, time-wise, you can do the same amount of lawns, wet lawns, with this setup, doing it this way, as you can dry lawns with your stand-on mowers. They were not losing time. They were getting all these lawns done within 7 to 10 minutes. And that's another thing I want to go over too. I'm gonna make a whole video on that. But it's the what accounts you go after, what accounts you do. So we do a specific kind of property. We don't do anything bigger than 17,000 square feet is probably the biggest we do, which is 16 to 17,000 square feet, which is right under half an acre. Yeah, half an acre. So half an acre is about 22,000 square feet. We don't go anywhere near that. We stay under that number. Our main target is 1/4 acre lots, lawns, which is pretty much 11,000 square feet. So we go a little bit over that, to 16, 17,000. Those are going to be our biggest properties, and obviously those are going to be our highest paying properties. So with that said, since we have that setup, since all our properties are that way, it kind of allows us to fly through them and do so many of them, even wet or dry, with that setup, and it's always in the trailer. So now they know. But like I said, our number 1 go-to right? That's just because things got hectic, guys. I'm not over exaggerating. I want to say at least 10 weeks of rain. Even when I got that set up, that's how they were out there every day mowing for another 5-6 weeks or something like that, you know. Just recently, I think this is like the second week it hasn't been raining like that anymore. Just last week was like the first week we have where it didn't rain every day. So now they're going back to normal. This week, especially last week, things were still
use the right lane to take the exit.
Just because it rained for so long, even till today, there's still some lawns that we gotta be careful on. We're still push mowing, and we're still waiting for things to get back to normal conditions. But with that said, though, our number one go-to is skip the day. Skip a day of mowing. You know, if you're in the middle of mowing your day and you get rained out, we'll close shop and we'll finish them the next day, and we'll just work into the weekend. Because that we rather do that. But we're now in a position where we know what to do if we're on day 3 of rain on the weekend. We're just there's no more things to push out, and we just need to get them done. Then we know how to do it and what equipment to use to do it, because we're prepared for it. And so that's what the difference is, and that's what I like about my setup now. I'll go ahead and end the video here, guys. And what I'll do is on the next video, I'll, instead of adding to this one, since this one's getting a little long, I'm gonna go ahead and post another video, and I'll do a walkthrough. I'm gonna do a walkthrough of the trailer, the equipment I'm using, why I'm using it, how I'm using it, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, keep it easy, guys. Subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff. Thank you.